If you're someone who uses YouTube a lot with a god-awful sleep schedule like me, you'll probably find yourself in bed scrolling YouTube Shorts. And if you're a Mario Kart Wii player, you've likely seen one that looks and sounds like this.
This F-tier vehicle just got its first world record after 16 years in Mario Kart Wii.
This is Rerim, a YouTuber centered around challenges, trivia, and various other happenings within the Mario Kart Wii space. I actually previously made a short correcting him about the Mario Kart Wiki, and it wasn't long until some people started commenting about how shitty he really was. Then I got a bunch of evidence forwarded to me, and some people started asking me to go even further into this, so here we are. Enjoy. Before diving down the rabbit hole, I want to start off light by talking about the actual videos this guy makes. First impressions are everything, so my first impression was his video, Can You Beat Mushroom Gorge Without Touching a Mushroom? Let's just say it didn't give me high hopes for what I'd be watching later. The guy sounded like he was bored halfway through the challenge.
Oh my god! No! Daisy, you
Bro, what word were you about to say there?
Come on. That's good. That's good. Ah, all the guys in the top spots are still alive. This is gonna be another really split pack.
The video itself isn't too much more interesting either. When you see this title, you'd probably expect to see some crazy strats like using wall rides off the bouncy boost panels. But it's actually just him sitting at boxes waiting to get mushrooms and bills. How about we try another one of his videos? I added a backwards rule to Mario Kart Wii. He gives about the same energy as the previously mentioned video, but there's something really funny about this one. I'm gonna play a few clips, let me know if you can spot it.
Don't pull a bullet bill here, we'll just see. I did get triple shrooms, that's nice. Hopefully I just get Bill here, or even a golden or something would be nice. Anything is nice here, honestly. Did get Bill. And I did get the Bill. Alright, whatever. Oh! Hold up! I didn't make it that far. I didn't reach to the shadow. Yeah, okay.
If you're a keen listener, you'll probably have noticed that his audio is just completely desynced from the video. I don't know why I found this so distracting, but it's so obvious when he announces what item he's gonna get before the item roulette finishes spinning. That's not the only continuity error in this video either, like when he says he's going to redo Bowser's Castle, and then just cuts straight to Rainbow Road.
And I'm off. Wow, okay, we're gonna revisit that one because I think if I can make the backwards strats better and then use more shocks, I'm pretty sure I can get some spots on that. Alright, now for the big one. The big kahuna.
I promise you, I did not splice that myself. I decided to watch 2 more of his long-form videos with some friends, and I'm glad I did for 2 reasons. Firstly, these are actually scripted videos, so we're not gonna get more real-time commentary where he sounds like he's gonna fall asleep. And second, well, I think our live reactions do a better job conveying what I felt than anything I could possibly write.
And you know, when you think about it, it's kind of crazy, because what's in an item box? They got bananas, okay, some produce, some food. They got the shock, electricity, they make power, okay. But then they also have bombs. They are manufacturing weapons here.
What the fuck does this have to do with the video?
I swear this was supposed to be DK riding a snowboard, not Mario. Damn, he really disrespected him on his own track. Mario really said there will be no monkey booty cheeks hanging out at this facility. And anyways, in the mobile section, you can go up to get 2 boxes, and then go around cut to hit box number 5.
That's right, Kakarot! There will be no monkeys taking over the world today!
Oh, this is awesome. This is actually awesome.
Now we got Wario's illegal mining operation where he has child Monty Mole
Illegal mining operation.
What's cool about this is that if you're starting in the back...
Bro, no fucking way, just casually dropped the child labor joke.
Now we move on to Koopa Cape. And this is what I'm talking about with DK Summit, man. Like, Koopa Troopa gets his own big back shells everywhere, and a big Koopa Troopa sign, and Donkey Kong doesn't get anything? I don't get it.
This is a video about how many item boxes, like which one has the most item boxes, by the way.
The amount of side tangents is the most interesting value here.
And the fucking, like, unhinged tangents as well.
Yeah.
And Koopa Cape has a lot of great backspam spots as well, so you want to be cycling items. However,
that's not a backspam spot.
Because you can pull off your best Chris Kyle and boom! Headshot snipe this Goomba,
what?
Which guarantees has a shroom.
Who the
pop
fuck
out,
is Chris
allowing
Kyle?
You to take this grass cut.
Hang on. Who the fuck is Chris Kyle? Okay.
And for once, we actually have a use for the mushroom. Because you can kill yourself! I mean, you can shroom off of this ledge, and you will respawn on the other side.
Okay, I have to admit, that is
also,
kind of a
respawn,
good
you're
joke.
invincible to- Whew, man. This is taking a lot out of me. Like, I'm getting kind of hot, man. Like, do y'all feel that? Like, I'm sweating. Is that just me, or is it getting kind of ha ha and a little bit of ha ha? Another track with lava.
What the fuck is that reference?
I'm gonna be dead ass. I thought he was about to fucking like start a sponsored ad.
That had to have led into a sponsored segment at some point.
Don't worry, guys, because today I'm gonna be making sure that I drink plenty of Soylent to keep myself cool. I'm just gonna manually like calculate this shit myself because I want to actually answer the question of the video: which track has the most boxes?
Burning up, like how you burn in hell? Rainbow Road, Rainbow like gay? You think you're slick, Nintendo, but I'm on. Anyway, the last set makes 7, but once again, the super items are Mario.
Yo, why the fuck y'all watching Rerim, bro? What the hell?
We're recording. I'm doing this for research, by the way.
Have some potential, but honestly,
For what?
And that is all 32
Wait,
tracks. So
is a Rerim video coming out?
Yes.
I have a special treat because this race is an old VOD from Mogi Lounge, not a random bum worldwide. And if you don't know, Mogi Lounge is like Mario Kart Wii's competitive server.
Worldwide
so
is
this
crazy.
room is full of 12 disgusting, sweaty losers trying Mario Kart Wii. I start the race in first, so I immediately start cycling.
Again, I
However,
wonder why you got
talking.
once we get to the rock,
12
people pass
filthy
me. I hit the
losers.
last item set, which is my 6th box, and pull a mushroom. Even make it to
Oh,
the
that's a
shop. So
me.
I
That needs to
chain
be
the
a
mushroom
me.
and
12
make 2
filthy
boxes.
losers.
Now,
Oh
I know
no.
Damn, really? You were so. I treat the ops like Tel Aviv and backbomb them. Then hit 2 more boxes for 15.
Wait,
And now I can
what the fuck
finally
did you say?
items. I wanna hold on,
hold on.
but I'm about to land on a banana, so I chain it. I treat the ops like Tel Aviv and backbomb them. Then hit.
What?
Hold on. Wait, hold on. This might be some fire commentating. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on.
This is the only
bro.
good commentary I've
He
seen from his
cooking.
channel so far. We'll see which one I should actually use. Should we use this one or should we use this one? I haven't actually. I don't know why it says I've fully watched this one.
Which one's worse?
Mario Kart Wii has
Let's find
19
out.
items.
Let's find
And
out.
because of this small timer reset, you can hot potato the Thundercloud back and forth. And it might look like you can do this forever.
We're just stole
but
this
for
fact
some
from
reason,
B-Squirrel, I know
after
it.
255 passes, the Thundercloud is unable to be passed
That's
off again,
definitely B-Squirrel.
even if another race. Even if I hit walls or items, I can immediately accelerate. I'm skating around like Alyssa Lou, doing whatever the hell I want. And it doesn't matter because
What?
as soon as I got the glitch, I knew I was going to win. Honestly, me and her are really on the same wavelength. Both Asians that dyed her hair. She has a gold medal in the Olympics. I have gold medals on 153.
What is this
Like, we
fucking
are
matter?
both champions, Alyssa. Our genes are compatible. Like, please, I need to hit that. Please. Moving on to the other
What
Zappy
the
gun in every vehicle.
That
every
just
vehicle
turned into a hit?
This guy a
guys,
freak!
The Prowler shrinks by quite a bit more than the
Yeah,
Croc.
guys,
The
let me
shock
tell
is
you
also
about
part
the
of one of the
shock.
strangest glitches in Mario Kart Wii. If you use the shock on Dry Ruins or Desert
This is
Hills,
another
it will
B-School
pop the
fact.
Pokies
What
off
the
map.
fuck?
I'll share more clips when they're relevant, but I think we should move on to another thing Rerim is infamous for. Misinformation. I already covered one instance in my wiki short where he got things wrong that were literally on the front page of the wiki, and apparently made no effort to reach out to the wiki team to get further clarification. I genuinely wouldn't be surprised if he noticed my video and then just relied on YouTube's AI summary for his script. That's far from the only one though. Take for example his short called New Glitch World Record on Airship Fortress. He talks about this weird Mario Kart world glitch where you start in the middle of the track. Except this isn't a glitch at all, and this run isn't even real. Shortcat later made a short revealing that this run was made as an April Fool's gag cooked up by multiple people in the Mario Kart World community. I will give him a little bit of slack though, because he was far from the only one who actually fell for this. So let's talk about this short. This shortcut was too hard until now, where he claims he found a strat to do the Mushroom Gorge gap cut with a star. Well, by found, I think he really means he found videos on YouTube doing this, because this strategy has apparently been known all the way since 2018, and even his own comment section has been calling him out from taking this from someone named ODB. Something he's also pretty fond of doing is bragging about just blatantly breaking rules in Lounge. In his short, I won using this banned strategy, he brags about how he got away with using automatic drift and not leaving the room after doing so, which he himself outlines as against the rules. In another short, Banned Vehicles in Mario Kart, he talks about why you're only allowed to pick Flame Runner and Mach Bike, throwing shade to moderators who disallow using anything else in higher levels of play. But by far his worst example is his short titled, I was banned for 6 months because of this, where he talks about how he intentionally went for a banned shortcut and even demonstrated why it's banned. He then says the 6-month ban is harsh, despite also saying in the very same sentence that he's a repeat offender, then proceeds to fucking plug a video to capitalize off it. He's also lying about why the ban reason was so long, but we'll get to that later. Rerim's challenge videos are boring, his scripted videos are unhinged, he gets facts wrong and shits on pretty understandable rules in competitive, but surely there's gotta be a bigger reason as to why I'm making a video talking about this guy. Hey, you know how he said that a 6-month ban seemed a bit excessive?
Now, if 6 months seems excessive, it is.
Yeah, well, how does 2 years to life sound? Rerim is a racist, homophobic, transphobic creep that got himself permanently banned from the Mario Kart Wii community after not being allowed to play in the World Cup. If any of this is surprising to you, I'd like to remind you that we're talking about a YouTuber with over 100,000 subs. It was either this or him doing weird shit with a minor. We'll get to this. On May 29th, a player on Team Asia playing in the World Cup ended up getting banned for toxicity and was taken off the team. Rerim was made aware of this and applied to fill in, but unfortunately was turned down due to one of the requirements to play on the team. For a player to be validated as eligible to apply, they need to have proof they're from that country. Then after, a check needs to be done to prove that that player has lived in the same place for at least a year, which they're able to check via FriendBot, the thing that used to verify your friend code in the lounge. Unfortunately for Rerim, he applied while he was on vacation to Indonesia, and at the time was only there for 3 months. So, long story short, he didn't meet the requirements to play. Simple enough. But when Rerim was denied, he was furious, and told the World Cup managers... I can't read this. This is the type of shit that you say when you start tweaking on drugs. Hey, by the way, did you know we did a sponsorship with a drug company?
Y'all are taking TNT to gain muscle? Y'all are taking Reddit to lose weight? Bro, I am injecting C-Max, C-Link, and Cerebellizin as a cognitive stack just to make sure my raw hops are on
Bro,
point.
you're injecting
And if you're
soy,
trying to get
shut
like
the
me,
fuck up.
my boy Jordan Blake at Purity Peptides got the hookup. Link in the description, research purposes only. But
Wait,
yes,
wait,
with
what?
supersonic hero-
Wait, what?
Link in the description.
Hold on.
Research
Y'all are
purposes
taking Reddit
only.
to lose weight? Bro, I am injecting C-Max, C-Link, and Cerebellizin as a cognitive stack just to make sure my raw hops are on point. And if you're trying to get like me, my boy Jordan Blake at Purity Peptides got the hookup. Link in the description.
I'm pretty sure that's a joke. I'm pretty sure that's just a joke.
I really hope that's a joke.
It's not a
Never
joke!
mind, it's not.
It's not! It's a fucking sponsored ad!
What?
So what does this do? What does this do?
This website looks AI generated as fuck, by the way.
I'll be completely honest, I don't know what any of this stuff does. I've tried doing a bit of research on it, but I don't really have a solid answer. Given the way he's talking about it, and some of the research I did, it feels like it's being marketed as basically steroids. Rerim himself also tried to mention that they might have estrogen on there, but we'll get to that later. But I can say with a pretty deep level of confidence that whatever it is, you probably shouldn't be buying it from Purity Peptides. The funniest thing about this whole thing though, the guy who owns the company is allegedly in fucking lounge. Obviously, I can't go off a few testimonies with no actual proof, but my argument to this being at least somewhat real is why the fuck would they sponsor Rerim of all people? That'd be like if Jan Molders gave me a bad Dragon sponsorship because he joined Formula Kart Wii. I've seen people give Troy flack for doing a Manscaped sponsor, and while I won't disagree that it felt somewhat out of place, at the end of the day, they're just shaving kits. Rerim is promoting literal drugs. I know I'm harping on this, but can you blame me? This is genuinely absurd, and goddammit, someone needs to talk about this. I'm gonna rapid fire some more examples of shit he said because this video is long enough and we'd probably be here all day dissecting everything. He has repeated offenses of getting around censors by spelling slurs slightly differently, like in this instance where he's using a PH to call someone the F slur. He would make multiple weird comments about a member named Alana, which if that name sounds familiar, it's because she came up in the biggest mistake of my life. He allegedly even made a server specifically to harass her and her boyfriend. I don't have evidence of this, but given how depraved this motherfucker is, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. Back in 2022, he made the claim that all queer people are groomers. He's been banned in Grand Star Cup multiple times for harassment. There's likely a ton more examples of him saying fucked up shit that I can't find, either because they're in higher tier chats I'm never getting access to, or because they were deleted, but I think you get the gist. All I'm saying is that if one of your headline defenders on Twitter is named SpongeBob the Rapist, you're probably not a good person.
I have bronchitis!
I actually had the chance to talk to Rerim directly about all this because I wanted to see if he tried to dispute it or had any regrets about the things that he'd done. So I figured the best way to start off would be to ask where it all began and see if he'd elaborate on the previous bans. Of course, he didn't. Basically playing it off as the only reason he'd been banned for 6 months was purely off of inting, which we all know is bogus. I then asked if he did anything after being banned to see if he'd mentioned the World Cup thing, and of course, he didn't. So I called him out on it. After talking about all this shit for a bit, it seemed like he didn't feel bad for any of what he said or did, with the closest thing to an apology being him saying that he regretted it and it was a dumbass move. Which probably would have been more impactful if the message preceding it wasn't talking about how he was mad he didn't get on Team Asia because they needed him. He's cracked. I then decided to ask about the Purity Peptides thing, where he basically tries to market it to me by saying I could get estrogen off there, which almost feels like a way to bribe me into shutting up about it. When I asked if there was anything else he wanted to say before concluding the interview, he told me to grow up. Ironic coming from him. He also tried to call me a chud or something, so, I fired back. A few hours later, he reaches back out to me to clarify something about this image. He says that he wasn't talking about himself, but rather someone named Zane/Z-Royal, who got exposed for dating a 16-year-old and was never banned for it. This does line up with other people's accounts of the story, but it's still just weird. Overall though, Rerim is, in my opinion, a textbook example of everything wrong in the Mario Kart Wii community. On the content side, it's soulless, derivative sludge that either makes him seem exhausted to even be there, or is regurgitated information from other people with unhinged remarks to give the impression of a personality. Off camera, he's a toxic bigot who views being an edgelord as just a normal thing. I don't mind trash talk, I partake in it from time to time because it's funny. But there is a line to it and he absolutely crosses it. He is the exact type of person I took issue with in my original lounge video, and if I had interacted with him during that time, he would have absolutely been discussed. It's also clear he has no intention of addressing this publicly, as he's continuing to just post videos as if nothing happened. And I mean, why wouldn't he? He clearly doesn't care. He doesn't see anything he's done as wrong. Before we go, I've seen that Rerim gets a lot of undeserved credit for his contributions to the community, so I'd like to take a moment to mention creators who deserve your support so much more than this freak. Beansert is a player who focuses on challenge runs, showing his process of figuring out his route and includes skits here and there. He also offers challenges to his community and shows the winning runs with analysis. I can't recommend these enough. Big Fry's main thing at the moment is the King A challenge, trying to beat the King A standard time on all 32 tracks. But he also did a series called Mogi of the Week, as well as a bunch of collaborative videos, like with the Mario Kart Wii GeoGuessr and Marked Man challenge, which is a very special guest appeared in that video. I'll let you guess who. And I'd love for him to make a sequel to that. Schnozman does more video essay-esque type videos, with more recent ones having a focus on urban legends and fan theories about the game. I highly recommend him if you're into that kind of stuff. Kirio04 does amazing recaps of the happenings in the task scene, hosts task competitions, and even gives tutorials on how to make some yourself. They also make their own tasks and toolsets and pre-runs. If you're interested in that, please check them out. They're really fun to watch. Casper has a series that I greatly appreciate called Detecting Game Sense, where they share clips of previous Mogis and explain how they're able to use their surroundings to predict what will happen and how to play around it. It's really valuable insight to see what higher level plays look like and the thought that goes behind them. I love it. Yeah, you can skip out on this one if you want. Baroque and Extreme Lord are two channels that I recommend for the Race to 30k series alone, not only because they inject a lot of their personalities with their subtitles, giving it the vibe of old similar ones using annotations, which I'm a sucker for, but they also spice things up by playing on Insane Kart Wii. Please go check it out. And finally, if you want to support someone who's also good at the game and even more racist, subscribe to Frozen. Two more things. Firstly, I've enabled memberships on this channel, so if you want to support me, feel free to do that, I guess. It would help out a ton. I have a lot of things that I want to do in the future, and financial support would help me a lot. Finally, I don't want to make videos like this. I don't want to be a drama channel. I want to do videos where I make mods, play mods, and just do dumb shit with friends. That being said, there will likely be one more video like this on this channel, where we take a look back at an old friend.